We need you, how we need you.
My buddy, I've got a friend of mine who's kind of slightly more scholastic than I am, and he's always reading theology textbooks and kind of sending me the nuggets. Sent me a great quote from Gordon Fee the other day, and occasionally he sends me an N.T. Wright quote. And he's also into older hymns, and I think he may even have been audacious enough to sing the hymn onto our voicemail, which would have given my wife the giggles, but it was the Annie Hawks hymn, We Need You. And you know, and he tells the story of how she was at work one day and she just felt the presence of the Master, and these words poured out of her mouth. So Doug Bacon got me there, and then and I just resonated with that, just that kind of abandoned honesty. We need you, how we need you. We need you every hour. We need you all the time. And then the rest of the verse just kind of popped out my mouth. To know you in your goodness, to see your glorious power. There's healing in your presence. There's mercy where you are. So meet us where you meet us, living God. No other God but you. And then the rest of the song actually drew from an idea that Piper writes about in his book Future Grace, being satisfied in God, and that actually God is enough. Even though often it feels like, this is a theme I come back to a lot, but often it feels like God isn't enough. Like if we did God and something else, it'd be okay. But God is enough. There's enough of Him to satisfy us, and there's enough goodness in Him to fill us. So that was the idea behind the chorus. No other God but you, no other God but you, no other God can satisfy. You are our great reward. It's you we're longing for. All that longing and expectation and hope we have in life, which often gets misplaced onto people or careers, you know, or any kind of aspiration, any kind of goal, relationships, actually truly only finds its home in the Lord. As Augustine said back in the day, our hearts are restless until we find our rest in Him. So, and then I've really been thinking about a song that takes us from the start, from the moment we meet the Lord, all the way through to the happy ending, heaven. A lot of the older hymns with the form that they allowed took us on that journey, and it was kind of like refreshing. Oh, this is the story we're part of. This is where we're going. This is where we've come from. I kind of wanted to write a modern worship song that took us there. So I focused particularly on the ending of the story. One day we'll stand before you and all our troubles cease, and faced with all your glory we'll meet the Prince of Peace. But Jesus, in that moment when every need is past, we'll need you. Still we'll need you, living God. Anyway, thanks for asking. God bless you as you write and draw from the Masters too.
No